here on my business page on Facebook, as well as my YouTube channel, Prairie Scraps. So I am here today doing a little project, really quick one. You can kind of see it right there in front of the camera. It's the follow. Can't do it. Um, I have one. I'm sorry. It looks backwards on that one. I don't even know if I know how to do that on YouTube. Let's see. That's not it. I don't know. I might have to investigate on how to do that on YouTube on my iPad. Turn it. Oh. What does it say? Oh, those are all kinds of filters now. I'm excited. Actually, YouTube is now getting filters. That's interesting. Anyway, so I apologize. It says follow your heart. It's backwards. These are one of our jar cutouts that we just recently got in our newest launch. I think it's just the cutest little thing. It is about half an inch thick. So, and it comes painted white, which is really nice because you could just pick this up and do it. This is a quick DIY. I did do this side. It comes when you purchase the B-size transfer, you can do the transfer. There's two different options for it. Maybe, oops, sorry. I didn't mean to situate you that much. I'm trying hard to balance this over here. I need to get my stand back in. But anyway, so it says Bloom and Grow is the one I'm going to do on the other side. So there's two different jars. And actually, come February 8th, we're going to have a new launch of products. And so check that out on my website. It's www.chalkcouture.com and then / and my name, Dory, Dori. So that's it. Very easy. So anyway, I did do this once before. I did the one side with the one that kind of, it says follow your heart, which I think is a little bit Valentine's-y. So I did that right away, but I thought I'm going to do the other side as long as I'm sitting here looking at it. And so we're going to start with the other side. Actually, I'm going to start out, and this side, I think I'm going to give it a little bit of a sanding to start off with. I always forget to sand these because these look so perfect. Kind of doing this off the edge because I don't want it all over my space here. Makes a mess. Anyway, just a little sanding on here, and this is just one of the Dollar Tree sanding blocks. So easy, so cheap. I was so excited to find them. I don't know. I was perusing everybody's videos, how-to videos. Do you ever do that? Love to hear if you do. So anyway, was perusing everybody's videos and saw, because I had been trying to find a source here in town at our hardware store of, just going to take and wipe this down so that it's nice and clean. I don't want any of that sawdust on there when I do this. So, and then, of course, get it off my work surface because I'm a little messy. I'm a messy crafter. If you're messy, go ahead and put messy on there. I'm super messy. So, anyway, just get this cleaned up here. I am in the Airstream 1953 Airstream Clipper Camper. Doing a little bit of crafting here today. I always keep my baby wipes handy so that I can do that. Wonder what this does. Anyway, so there you go. You could see, let me put that up close for you. Can you see how that just took away a little bit of the edge, makes it a little bit less sterile for a subject. So I kind of like it. And then the other thing I'm going to do for this is actually use some of our surface wax on here, if I can find it. My goodness, I have things kind of stacked up. Always a thing when you're a crafter, right? Always a thing. Okay, so this is our surface wax. It doesn't take very much. You just take a little bit of it. I'm so excited because our launch on February 8th is also going to have a little surface cloth applicator that's going to come out. So the reason you use wax on wood is to kind of prevent the transfer from sticking too hard to your surface. It also helps, like if you use black, which I'm probably going to on this one, it also helps to kind of protect, if you do a little smearing or whatever, it helps you to get it off later on. So that is our surface wax. Great product. I love that. And I think we're going to start Then we're just going to take our transfer, and these were 2-part. I just cut the transfers in half. You could cut the backing. You do want to save the backing and put that back on there. And we're just going to center this right onto our wood cutout. And we're going to work, I think, kind of fast, maybe. I just want to, I always put it up to light to see where it is, because that helps me to center it. So, sun is out, but we did get something like a couple of inches of snow last night. I don't think it was even expected. Nobody really said anything. I had no idea we were going to get snow. I'm here in Idaho, and so it kind of came down hard, and it stayed last night. That was kind of crazy. So, let's see. I'm not even sure what colors. I haven't even thought about this yet. I do think I see a little bit of sage for all the leaves. And then I'm thinking our black for the outline, and I think for bloom and grow I'm going to do that black as well. And then let's think. I just like the black. I think I've got sage for a color for the leaves, and then I'm kind of liking pinkish. Maybe I'll just do, is that too much? Is that too light? This is peony. This is a really beautiful color. And then, let's see. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll just do the peony and the sage for the flowers, and then black for bloom and grow. So let's start out. I'm going to start out with our peony. This is a brand new paste for me. You want it to be kind of like a yogurt consistency. So I'm just going to go ahead and use one of our mini squeegees. If you can spread butter on toast, you can do this. This is so easy. I'm going to do these little polka dots here too, really quickly. There we go. And then I'm just going to do the flower. I did think about doing like a multiple color flower. You could do that. And I do it half and half and then smear it together. But I'm just going to keep it simple today. Sometimes keeping it simple is the best policy, right? Sometimes it is. Okay, so that is our peony on there. I'm just going to set this aside. And it's all water soluble and washable, so I will use that, wash that up later. And then I'm going to use our sage. I just had this out last night. I was using sage for another project. If you are not in my... trying to focus, sorry. Focus and talk, it's not a thing when you're crafting. If just to show you what this looks like. If you are not in my crafting group over at Prairie Scraps Chalkin', that is kind of where I share everything that's going on, sales that are going on, and I did put up an invitation to anybody in my crafting group, in my personal crafting group that joins a vendor event that I'm in right now. So there's that. I think that's all I'm going to, should I do the end? I don't know. I'm just going to stick maybe with the black. We'll see how this is. This is kind of, we're doing all right. I think I can get some out of there. Always use it to the last bit. Black obviously is one that I use a lot of. And I'm just going to go quickly on this because I don't want it to dry up. So I'm glad I did the black last because it's a little more well used. But anyway, in my group, I offered a 20% discount on any orders if you join my vendor event and order. So you'd have to be in my Prairie Scraps Chalkin'. Go ahead, you can search it or use my, just put link down below and I'll get you a link to it. So that's on Facebook. I have kind of a crafting group where we kind of gather and I tell you, show you what projects I'm working on, let you know all the good stuff that's happening with Chalk Couture, all that kind of stuff. Okay, bloom and grow. All right, now we just have to do the outside edge. And I'm going to do this. I might be super simple with this, right? Keep it simple, stupid. That's the theme. So if I can do this, anybody can do it. I'm a super messy crafter. And then this transfer is reusable. Reusable transfer. 8 to 10 times you can reuse it if you take care of it. probably more. I have some transfers I've been using for 3 years, and they're still just as good as they were back in the day. Ooh, kind of got that. There we go. That's going better. I'm just putting it on, and then anything that's excess and you peel off, just go ahead and put it back in the jar. That's why it just really uses very little of the chalk paste. It goes forever and ever. I do lots of projects, so that's why I get to the end of my black, but I'm telling you, probably, with a few projects here and there, you're not going to go through it very quickly, for sure. If it does get a little dry, you can add water because it is water soluble. So I'm just scraping it off here just to make sure it's not lumpy or nice and smooth. Make sure our Bloom and Grow is nice and smooth. I'm going to set this aside. All right. And of course, I got a little bit on my fingers, so I'm going to get that off. That's what it looks like all put on there. And then we're just going to peel to reveal. This is my favorite part. Every single time I do this, I think it's just like my first time. I love it. It is so cute. Is that not the cutest little jar ever? And you could set this like a little table setter. You could put it on your shelf in your kitchen. So nice. And then, like I said, I made it double-sided. I'm going to try very hard not to smear it. But this is the other side, which is a Valentine's version. So it says Bloom and Grow. It's got a little flower on there. It's so simple. As you can see, this took me just a few minutes to make. And you can do this too if you want the information on how to get all the products to make this. You can either message me or go ahead and go to my website and grab the stuff on there. These are the jar cutouts. And then this transfer is a B-size transfer. It is called Jar Cutouts Bloom. That's what it's called, Jar Cutouts Bloom. So easy. You just need a couple of paste packets and a squeegee. That's it. So easy, so quick. Anybody could really do it, but if you're a crafter, it's also pretty fun to do too because there's lots of potential. You could paint the background. You could do whatever you wanted, do whatever colors you wanted. Like I said, I did peony, sage, and black velvet. So thanks so much for joining me today. Make sure you comment and share and help me out in that regards. It does help me get to the top, and it helps me grow my little family business here of doing some crafting. And so I thank you so much. I'd love to hear what your response is. Let me know if you tried this project or something close to it. You could even use this jar on other surfaces. I might have to do a project like that, but isn't it the cutest? So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Again, it's Dory with Prairie Scraps Chalkin in my group, and Prairie Scraps on YouTube, and on Facebook is my business page. And you can check me out in any of those places and contact me. I love to hear from people. And it also helps me if you like and join and subscribe and do all that kind of fun stuff. So keep on crafting. We will see you soon.